Buddhist art has a long and rich history, stretching across continents and cultures, and it serves as a visual language that expresses the core teachings of Buddhism. The intricate designs, vibrant colors, and symbolic imagery found in Buddhist art are not merely decorative. They convey profound spiritual truths and guide practitioners on their path to enlightenment. Throughout its history, Buddhist art has evolved to reflect the diverse cultural, geographical, and philosophical contexts in which it has been created, yet it has always retained its deep connection to the core principles of Buddhism. From the early depictions of the Buddha in India to the more elaborate artistic traditions of China, Japan, Tibet, and Southeast Asia, Buddhist art continues to serve as a vital means of expressing the spiritual journey, offering teachings and insight to those who engage with it. Buddhist art is often characterized by its symbolism, with each element, color, posture, and image conveying specific teachings. The Buddha himself, often portrayed in statues, paintings, and murals, is the central figure in Buddhist art. His depictions vary depending on the culture and era, but the symbolism remains consistent. The Buddha is often shown in a seated or standing posture with a serene and peaceful expression, symbolizing his attainment of enlightenment. The most iconic image of the Buddha is the seated posture, representing meditation, stillness, and the path to awakening. His hands are often in specific mudras or symbolic gestures, which communicate different aspects of his teachings, such as the gesture of teaching, the Dharma Chakra mudra, or the gesture of fearlessness, Abhaya mudra, which embodies compassion and protection. Beyond the image of the Buddha, numerous symbols are integral to Buddhist art. The lotus flower, for example, is a powerful symbol of spiritual awakening and purity. It grows in muddy waters, yet it rises above the surface, symbolizing the ability to transcend suffering and ignorance and to bloom in the light of wisdom. The lotus is often depicted in Buddhist paintings, sculpture, and architecture, serving as a reminder of the potential for enlightenment even in the midst of life's challenges. The wheel of Dharma, or Dharma Chakra, is another prominent symbol in Buddhist art. This wheel, typically shown with 8 spokes, represents the teachings of the Buddha and the path to liberation. The 8 spokes correspond to the Noble Eightfold Path, a key aspect of Buddhist practice that guides practitioners in cultivating right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. The Wheel of Dharma represents the dynamic process of turning away from ignorance and suffering and toward wisdom and liberation. Another important symbol in Buddhist art is the stupa, a dome-shaped structure that often contains relics of the Buddha or other important Buddhist figures. The stupa represents the enlightened mind of the Buddha and serves as a physical representation of his teachings. It is a place of reverence and meditation, with its circular shape symbolizing the cyclical nature of existence and the path toward enlightenment. In addition to these core symbols, Buddhist art often includes depictions of bodhisattvas, enlightened beings who have chosen to remain in the cycle of birth and death, samsara, in order to help others attain liberation. Bodhisattvas are typically shown with compassionate and gentle expressions, often surrounded by serene imagery that reflects their role as compassionate guides for sentient beings. In Mahayana Buddhism, bodhisattvas are seen as embodiments of the Buddha's compassion, and their images are often found in temples and shrines, offering inspiration and guidance to practitioners. The use of color in Buddhist art is also deeply symbolic. Gold, for example, is often used to represent the divine and the enlightened state, while red and orange may symbolize the power of compassion and wisdom. Blue can represent the infinite, the vastness of the universe, and the potential for enlightenment, while white is often associated with purity and spiritual clarity. Each color in Buddhist art has its own significance and is used deliberately to enhance the viewer's understanding of the teachings. Buddhist art also incorporates depictions of various deities, celestial beings, and mythological figures, each of whom embodies specific qualities or teachings. These figures often serve as reminders of the different aspects of the Buddha's teachings, as well as representations of virtues like patience, wisdom, and compassion. In Tibetan Buddhism, for example, thangka paintings often depict a variety of deities and bodhisattvas, each with specific roles in the spiritual journey. These images serve as a means of meditation, helping practitioners focus their minds and cultivate the qualities embodied by the figures. Mandala art, often seen in both Hindu and Buddhist traditions, is another powerful form of visual expression. Mandalas are intricate geometric patterns that represent the universe and the interconnectedness of all things. They are used in meditation practices, where practitioners focus on the central point of the mandala to help cultivate concentration and insight. The creation of a mandala is also a form of devotion, as the act of creating the intricate patterns symbolizes the practitioner's commitment to the path of enlightenment and the overcoming of ignorance and suffering. In modern times, Buddhist art continues to evolve, with artists incorporating new media and styles while still drawing on traditional symbolism. Contemporary Buddhist art often blends elements of traditional Buddhist iconography with modern techniques, creating works that are both accessible and profound. These modern interpretations allow for a deeper connection to Buddhist teachings, making them more relevant and engaging for today's audience, while preserving the essence of the ancient wisdom they embody. In conclusion, Buddhist art and symbolism serve as powerful tools for expressing the teachings of Buddhism and guiding practitioners on their spiritual journey. Through its rich imagery, colors, and symbols, Buddhist art provides a visual language that transcends cultural and temporal boundaries. It invites viewers to reflect on the nature of suffering, the path to enlightenment, and the deep wisdom that lies at the heart of the Buddhist tradition. Whether in the form of statues, paintings, mandalas, or architecture, Buddhist art remains a timeless expression of spirituality, offering insight, inspiration, and a reminder of the potential for awakening within us all.